Gun Talk. Tom Gresham heard Sundays on Keel for a 1 till 4. Hey, Mr. Tom, welcome back to Keel. How you been? Been a while.
Good morning. Yeah, it had been too long.
I know that Aaron and I both have a lot of questions. The thing is, it's the same old questions, so let's start here. Gun Talk, Sundays 1 till 4 on Keel in the wake of the occurrences, the shootings this weekend. Tell us about your show yesterday.
Sure. Well, I started off with some perspective. Obviously, we had the two shootings, one in El Paso, one in Dayton. Of course, we're learning more about the shooters. And, of course, I always say that's where we ought to have the focus is on the individuals. But I wanted to put a little bit of perspective into it. And I said, all right, let's start off with yesterday. We had 100 million gun owners in America who did not shoot anyone. Yesterday, we had 6,000 American gun owners who used their guns in self-defense to protect themselves or someone else. That happens every single day in America. 6,000 times people use guns in self-defense, according to a lot of different studies, including the CDC. So you start off with that, and then you say, okay, let's look at all these calls for more gun control, knee-jerk stuff, more gun control. And what's always interesting to me, Robert, is that the people calling for more restrictions on gun owners make no attempt to try to link what they're proposing to whatever the current incident or attack is. Case in point, they're calling for increased background checks. So both of these individuals pass background checks. Or let's make sure that you have to be 21 to buy a semi-automatic firearm. Well, both of them were over 21. It goes on and on. They keep proposing things that have been tried and failed, certainly, but also which would have had no impact, no effect on the incident that they're trying to leverage to advance their political agenda.
Tom, I'm looking at this list of the mass shootings in the U.S. since the beginning of the year. They list I think it's 250 or 251 of them. Shreveport is on this list 3 times. 3 mass shootings in Shreveport since the beginning of the year. People here don't realize the list they create and they show up as mass shootings. Is it when more than one person gets shot?
Okay, well, let's back up. The list you're looking at was created by a gun control group. It's totally bogus.
Okay.
The FBI has its own list, and they say the number is somewhere between 12 and 20 a year. 12 and 20 times a year is the actual number. The list you're looking at was created by these folks who wanted to push gun control. And so if a gang member shoots 2 of his buddies, they count that as a mass shooting. You and I would not normally consider that. I mean, that's not what we look at. So
but that's what all these people are.
The FBI says.
This is what everybody's putting out there now. I mean, this 200 list of 250 mass shootings.
It's false. It's a lie. It's designed to move the needle for gun control. And what's embarrassing is that so much of the media is complicit. I wasn't going to say they're dumb, but they're not really dumb. A lot of them actually know this is not true, and they know this comes from a gun control group, and yet they keep repeating it even though they know it's false.
And once again, the virtual immediate politicization of the incidents, I was going to say those on the left, specifically Democrat presidential candidates, whose answer is not to, as you said, wait a minute, maybe we should talk about the shooters. Their answer is, well, if Trump weren't president, this wouldn't happen. Go ahead. I can hear your wheels turning.
It's so tired, that argument of, well, Trump's responsible for, well, fill in the blank, whatever it is. These people are responsible for it. But also, we're learning today the shooter in Dayton had a kill list. He had a rape list. The people at school knew it. He had been tossed out of school. I mean, good Lord. Everybody knew this guy was one sick puppy, and no one did anything about it. The fellow down in El Paso was not shy about his feelings. People knew what the problem was there. It's the old see something, say something actually works. I just heard minutes before we went on the air here, guys, a new proposal. I thought I'd heard everything in the way of gun control proposals, but this one was yes, we need to increase background checks, but probably we should make sure that people have to go through background checks regularly. So if you own a gun, you would have to have recurrent background checks. If that doesn't sound like the Gestapo or Big Brother or something, I don't know what does.